Hey guys, Brian Hill with the Complete Combatant, and I've got an ammo drill for you. You only need 3 rounds, 3 draws, and we can kind of measure your progress. I talk a lot in class about the 3 different sight movies that you should have. I talk about the 3 different sights, trigger speeds you should have, and then I talk about the 3 different presentations you should have. And they're all modulated together. So we want to see either a flash on the body, a floating on the head, or a focused on these parrots. Those are really small. And then I would quickly press the trigger here, I would carefully press the trigger here, and I precisely press the trigger here. Now, my speed would modulate, it would go 80% full speed, and in the last 20 I glide in on something small, and then if I'm on the head it would be 90-10, I glide in the last 10% because it needs a little more care, and in this one I can 95-5 push it out very quickly. What is the difference between these targets is this one will give you a lot of acceptable accuracy. This one gives you a little less, and this gives you very little. And what we want to do is try to get each of these circles, anything that breaks the line counts. It's inside. This is not a precision drill except for the smaller targets. It is a speed and accuracy drill so that you're putting everything together and understanding it. And I want you to be able to always draw as quickly and carefully as you can, but also with most trustworthy accuracy available to you relative to the size of the target. So I'm going to draw and shoot one here, I'm going to draw and shoot one here, and I'll draw and shoot one here. I'm going to give you the time for each one. I'm going to add all 3 times together. Now if you can do this under 5 seconds, you're doing pretty good. Okay? If you can do it under 4 seconds, you're doing really well. My times tend to be about 3.5 seconds. I imagine it's possible, I just started working on this, it may be possible to do this in 3 seconds, but it would really be pushing. And maybe somebody out there can do it and send it to me. I'd love to see it. All right. Today I'm shooting from appendix. I'm shooting the SIG Legion 226 SAO. That's why the hammer's back and the safety's on. All right. And what we're going to be doing is a draw from the hands down position. This time it's a hands down position. So here goes the draws. Let's see what this looks like. I'm doing it at 3 yards because the targets are smaller. The distance doesn't matter as much on the drill right now. As Tom Gibbons says, what happens to paranoid people? Nothing. So I'm going to check my gun, make sure I'm ready. Don't look foolish on the camera. All right. Stand by. Okay. Sub-second draw, 0.98. Dead center. So I definitely saw a flash of the sight. I was able to do that. So what I'm going to do is write that down now. So my first one is 0.98. All right. So now I'm going to be going to the head. We know it's a much smaller target. It's half the size of the other one. So I have to float the sight movie in there and make sure it's inside at the acceptable level. I've got to carefully press the trigger, and I'm going to be running about 90-10. I'm going to glide in at the end of this. All right, going hot. All right, little bobble, overdrove the gun on that one. It was a 1.31, still acceptable, but a little slow probably for me on that. Usually about a 1.2. Still got my hit, everything's good. So now I have to work on the parrot. That'll be my final score. And this is a Brian Hill special. So what that means is I have an abundance of accuracy when I shoot. I do not have an abundance of speed. I really have to press. So all the hits are really good. I shot this only 6/100ths longer than the headshot. So I saw what I needed to see. That's why I think this one was a little bit off as far as timing. But good scores overall. Good hits on the target. Everything is well inside of it. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add all this up. All right. So at 15 here, going to carry it 12. And we're what? So we've got 355. All right, so pretty good score for me. I'm going to keep pressing, see if I can take some time off that. I've got an acceptable amount of accuracy. There may be a little more efficiency, which will equal my speed in there, and I can work on that. And this is a great way for you to spend 3 rounds, get 3 draws, and see where your ability to shoot is at. The only thing that changes the size of the target is distance, the size of the target itself, or something in the way. And you've got to be able to shoot at all these speeds. Human beings have preferences. Some of us like to go fast, some of us like to shoot little tiny holes. What you need to be able to do is all of it. That's what it means to be a shooter. Okay? I want you guys to work on this. So I'm Brian Hill with The Complete Combatant, and I have a new mantra for you. I want you to remember this. I would like you to measure, refine, and then perform. Measure, refine, and perform. If you continue to do that, you'll become a much better shooter. Don't skip any of those processes. Measure what you're doing, understand it, then refine it, make it better, and then perform it under pressure in front of all your friends and fans and haters and trolls and everything on the camera. No pressure at all. Just go out and do what you need to do, because when it comes to self-defense, it's going to be the most pressure of all. Let's get used to that. Let's inoculate yourself. And let's give Shelly a big hand for holding the camera and following me around. That way you're not getting me in a tripod with half my head like I usually do. There you go. So we're having a little bit of fun out here. It's a beautiful day in Georgia. Please come see us. If you'd like me to come to your range and train, you only need 8 shooters. And the host train's free. We need a 25-yard pistol bay that'll hold at least 8 shooters, and that'd be fantastic. We'd love to come help you out with these concepts. Thanks for tuning in. I look forward to hearing from you guys.